Today we're gonna answer some viewer questions. We're gonna start right now.
That's pretty good.
Thanks. I even pointed.
You did point like I did. Like Courtney said, we are going to talk about some questions that we get from viewers on comments on our YouTube videos. We've gotten a lot of comments over the last year or so, and I try to answer every single question out there, but if you guys want a little bit more detail, we're going to try to give that a little bit to you guys today. So with that said, we got our list here, and we're going to go through our top 20 questions that we've gotten on our YouTube channel.
Yes.
All right, number one. How much do you need to make before moving to San Diego?
It's a good question.
It is a good question, actually. I get that question probably
A lot.
the most
Yeah.
out of any question here.
Yeah.
So I would say a comfortable budget for a single person with not a lot of debt, $50,000 is probably a good price to start.
$50,000 a year.
A
you
year.
think.
Yes, a year would be a good starting point.
You'd be able to sustain
Life. And be able to live
in San Diego.
Comfortably. When I first moved to California, I lived in Los Angeles, and I lived off of $25,000 a year. I mean, I don't
want to know what you were eating.
You don't want to
for
know.
breakfast, lunch, and
a lot
dinner.
of ramen and pasta, all great stuff. But you can do it. It just depends on your current situation. If you're a family of four, I think you're going to need to make more than $50,000.
You're going to need to make a little bit more. Yeah,
exactly. So,
and it also depends on where you want to live in San Diego.
I think for a single person living in the city, not a lot of debt, $50,000 is a pretty good place to start. Okay, number two on there is like, do you need air conditioning in San Diego?
I love this question, and I did not know. I was not well versed in the air conditioning usage in San Diego, and when I was looking at homes before I moved out here, I saw a ton of houses that did not have AC units, and I was like, what, this is crazy. It's really not, actually. You don't need to use air conditioning that often out here. It is a coastal desert climate, which means it gets cool in the evenings, sometimes cold in the evenings, and cool through the night. I hardly ever run my air conditioning.
Right now it is definitely running.
Yes.
It is very hot today.
It is today.
It's been very hot for the last week or 10 days.
Yes, but it's not unbearable.
Basically, I would say if you live by the coast, you don't have to have it. If you live more inland,
Yes.
you're going to want it.
Do you need a car? Do you need a car when you live in San Diego?
We get that question quite a bit as well.
Yeah.
I would say yes.
Yes, I would say yes as well.
Unless you live downtown and you work downtown, so you don't really have to, use a car that often. You can get around with Uber if you want to go travel. But for the most part, it's a very freeway-centric city here.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
for the most part, yes, you will need a car.
I would say so, yes.
Or a scooter, maybe, perhaps.
You could just scooter around.
You could just scooter around, which I love to do.
Scooter around.
Number
Number 4, how is the traffic?
Traffic. We've talked about this a couple times.
Because you need a car, the traffic obviously is going to be increased because so many people are in cars. Not a ton of public transportation,
Right.
I would say.
Traffic is, but it is not
That being said,
bad.
it's not awful.
Yes.
By comparison.
Yes. I lived in LA, as I mentioned.
Yes.
Traffic is awful all the time, no matter what time of day. Here in San Diego, it's very
Predictable.
So
Super.
rush hour times in the morning, when people go to school, work,
Yes.
very trafficy. In the late afternoon, it also gets very trafficy. But other than that, it's actually pretty enjoyable, I think.
And I would say the roadways.
Not enjoyable, but tolerable.
You love,
love
sitting in traffic.
I don't even like driving that much. So.
You just like parking.
Yeah, parking's great.
Parking lot.
Number 5 on the list, are the people friendly?
Yes.
I would say
They're so
yes,
friendly.
they are very friendly. I mean, obviously,
most part.
you're gonna have your curmudgeons no matter where you go.
Get off my lawn.
But for the most part, we've had very good experiences with most people here in San Diego.
Yes.
Especially compared to other places that I've lived throughout Philadelphia. They're an acquired taste in Philadelphia. So
Yeah.
they are great people, but
Yes.
sometimes they're not always the friendliest
Still love
people
Philly.
in the world.
Still
love
love
you.
Philly.
Still love you, but
Yes.
they're not always known to be the friendliest
No.
people if there's snowballs at Santa. So
I know.
he had it coming.
I've heard they have the best beer and the best healthy foods. That was from Kareem Canyon.
I would say Kareem is 100% correct.
I think so,
They have
too.
some of the best beers in the whole United States,
Yes.
in my opinion.
A lot of IPAs.
A lot of IPAs, which I tend to, unfortunately, love too much.
If you love IPAs, this is the place for you.
Yeah, it's IPA heaven here
Yeah,
for
it
the most
is.
part. And they do
Yeah.
have very healthy food
And
as
lots
well.
of healthy
Yeah,
food,
for
lots
sure.
of food options. Yeah.
Next on our list, can you do a video about the job market and how it compares to other places in the nation? That's from Layla Masadeh. probably said that wrong. Sorry, Layla. That is actually the next video on my list. So you will have a job market video coming up very shortly, hopefully by next week, as long as
I will not be
get
in
it done.
Bern will not let me be in
Well, it's got a lot of numbers in it, and it's going to be very hard to have two people in that video.
Numbers
so.
are not my forte, apparently.
Well, it's
I'm
gonna
not
be,
great at math.
To be
I'm not
honest, it's
good
going to
at
be a
numbers.
boring video, so I don't know how we're going to make it that exciting. But
okay.
I'm going to try. So.
Jazz up any video.
All right, fine. You want to be in
No,
the job?
I actually don't.
All right,
I don't.
there you go.
All right, thoughts on San Marcos, Oceanside, which area is better?
Well, Oceanside is probably the most affordable beach town in all of San Diego. Oceanside, then Ocean Beach is probably second on that list. But San Marcos is probably a little bit more family friendly if you want
Yes.
something more family friendly, and the schools are better in
Yeah.
San Marcos than they are in Oceanside.
Schools are good.
So, but if that's not important to you, Oceanside's a great place to live. So,
The schools aren't bad in Oceanside.
no, just not
Better.
as good as
Better
the
in
San Marcos.
Yeah, but San Marcos, has a lot. That's a great place to, if you're looking for some homes that are maybe a little more affordable.
Yeah, it's probably
if,
one of the more affordable, nice areas with good schools. in
Yes,
San Diego.
and some newer construction.
Yep, for sure.
So you have some
Good.
options.
Okay, number 9. Do you have video for single people who live close to the beach on a budget? That's from Tara Elzy. Tara, we do not have that video yet, but it is definitely on the list, and hopefully we can make that soon. First thoughts on
tall
that?
order.
On a budget by the beach is always tough, but again, like we just mentioned, Oceanside's a good spot. Pacific Beach sometimes is not a bad spot as far as budget-wise. Ocean Beach.
Probably depends on
Yeah.
how old you are, age
Yeah.
range too. You don't want to
You know,
be
if you're 55 going to PB, Pacific Beach
no.
is probably
it's
not the
a
top
much younger
choice.
demographic,
Yeah.
younger crowd. So
Right.
that's like right out of college. You live in Pacific Beach.
Exactly.
Not that you can't live
You
there.
can still everybody can live anywhere they want.
And you guys
Let's make that clear.
Yes.
But
regardless of age, no ageism here.
But that's a good start. But we'll make a video on that eventually there too.
Yeah. Thank you guys. It would be great to make a video about the train that you're referring to. Where does it go and how much does it cost? Does it go to Santa Barbara? The train, I believe, that we're referring to usually is the coaster.
Coaster.
So which is like
And the Surfliner.
and the Surfliner. They both travel from San Diego to
San Diego to Orange County to Los Angeles to Santa
Yep.
Barbara.
Yep, further north than
It might
that.
go. Does it go to San Francisco all the way?
It might.
I've never taken it all the way up there, but I will find that
And
out.
there's lots of other little stops along the
Right.
way.
And the cost of it from San Diego to LA, I think it's about $35 one way.
yeah, it's not bad.
I don't know what. It's probably obviously a little bit more to go to Santa Barbara, but
Yeah.
when we make the train video, we'll have more details on
Okay.
that. So.
Yeah.
Number 11, for a family of 3 with a 2-year-old, which of these would be better? La Jolla Village or Carmel Valley? Just got a job at UCSD. This is from Alejandro.
Congrats, Alejandro,
Congrats
on
on
your
the
job
new
at
job.
UCSD. That is a lovely place to work, I'm sure.
That's right. Both places are great places to live. If you wanted to be closer to work, La Jolla Village would obviously be much closer, but Carmel Valley is probably only a 10, 12-minute drive
Yeah.
to that area, so it's
Yeah.
not going to be terrible. I would say family-wise, maybe we're a little biased. Carmel Valley would probably be a better spot for me.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more central. Once you get into La Jolla, you kind of get stuck in La Jolla.
Mm-hmm.
It takes you a little while to get out of there. Beautiful place, but for family, I think I would personally choose Carmel Valley.
Yeah.
But-
They're both, I'm going to say they're both a little pricey. I mean, I don't think
Well, yeah, neither one is.
neither one is
Yeah.
going to be like a budget choice.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I would go with Carmel Valley as well, especially if you've got a toddler, a 2-year-old. That's probably a place where you've got a little more space
Yeah,
to get out.
a lot of parks to go
playgrounds,
to,
parks, stuff like that.
And you're still really close to the beach too, as well. So
Yeah.
hopefully that helps.
Number 12. Why do you guys look so alike? Oh, that was an actual question.
That was I don't know the answer to that
No,
question.
Us
I feel
two
like that's an
people.
insult to Courtney, but
I know. Who asked that?
that's from
Jeez.
Just Person.
I'm coming for that
so
person.
there's that.
Oh, it
Okay,
looks
next
so
question.
much like Bern.
What do you guys do for a living? I thought we've kind of made this somewhat clear, but maybe we don't always. We work in real estate. We help people buy and sell homes here in San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that.
There's that.
Okay, this is from our video about comparing San Diego to San Francisco. This is such a bogus comparison. There's no equivalent point you can make between the two locations. A more fair comparison would be to compare San Diego versus Virginia Beach. This is from the Prime Mover. Well, I feel like there is a reason why we do it. We get a lot of people from San Francisco moving down here. They're both in California.
Yes.
They're both relatively expensive cities to live.
Yeah.
Both close to the beaches. So I feel like there are a lot of similar comparisons.
Yes.
So that's kind of why we did it.
Right.
So-
And cost of living is somewhat similar,
Yeah.
you know, so to be able to compare those.
So, thanks for watching, I guess, is all I can say. But we'll do a Virginia Beach one too as well. Hopefully that will.
Don't know as much
appease
about
you.
Virginia
I
Beach,
know,
but
we'll find
we're
out
gonna take
the
a
info.
crack at it.
For sure.
Yeah. Number 16, I'm moving to San Diego in 3 weeks. I'm beyond excited. Thank you for the great video and tips. That is not a question.
No,
Vern.
I just felt good about it.
You just wanted,
so.
you just wanted to hear me read
I
that
wanted
to
to
you.
feel good about
You wanted
some of
that
these questions,
affirmation.
so
You wanted that
yeah,
affirmation.
exactly. I
Well,
feel
there
good.
you go.
Well,
Hey,
thank
you're doing
you.
a good job. Great video, great tips.
Griffin Berg, thank you for that comment. I just
There you
threw that
go.
one in
And
there.
congrats on moving to San Diego in
Yes,
3
for
weeks.
sure. All right, number 17. You two are awesome. My husband and I are planning to move to San Diego next June, July. We watch pretty much every video you guys release. We currently live in Michigan. We'd love to see a video about moving to San Diego from out of state.
Ah,
Okay.
thanks for the.
Yeah, we
You
actually haven't
just,
really done
again,
that one
wanted to
specifically.
read
I just wanted some positive ones in there. Would be great. So.
Yeah, tips about moving to San Diego from out of state.
We've kind of dove into that, but we haven't done an actual video specifically
about it.
moving from out of state.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll do that one next. So we'll put that
Yes.
on the list for sure.
Yeah. Oh, you guys need to stop looking at each other while speaking to the audience.
Well, sometimes we just like to talk to each other.
Sometimes we just like to have a conversation.
So sorry, who was that?
Siraj.
Siraj.
Siraj, I'm sorry.
We will work on it.
Yeah.
All right. And then he actually followed up, just so you know that I have been watching all your videos and really loving them. Well, thank you, Siraj.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. Should have started with that one. But anyways, thanks for the comment.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, number 19. Cost of living. This is from our cost of living in San Diego video. This video was useless and it didn't break down anything.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Thanks for watching again, I guess. Sandra Andre. Appreciate you watching. Thanks for the support. All right, number 20. What we got?
How are the bugs? No one mentions bugs. Does San Diego have any bugs and how big are they? I love this question.
This is a great question,
I
actually.
love this question.
This is a very good question because if you came from another part of the city or from the country, Midwest
Yeah.
or East Coast, when
Yeah.
there's bugs galore.
Oh man, I know, and this is something that I really like to brag about to people living
This
everywhere
is like all
else.
she talks about all the
We
time.
have no bugs.
Yes.
I leave the doors and the windows open. Don't
All the
come to my
time.
the doors are always open. Don't come to my house.
She locks the doors.
I do lock the doors, so watch out. No, there are very few bugs. I mean, you get your regular flies sometimes, but not a ton. Not a lot of mosquitoes because it's pretty dry, so
You get the
we don't
occasional
really
spider,
have the.
occasional
You
spider.
get a couple spiders, but if you're smart about your spider awareness, use your spider sense, you can be safe.
Yeah, that's right.
But otherwise, I would say
You get lizards, but they're completely harmless. They just kind of wander around.
lizards are
outside.
not bugs, Bern.
Yes. Okay.
but
Well, I'm just saying. Like, it's kind of the same
Lizards
ballpark.
eat the bugs.
There
The
you
few
go.
bugs that we
Okay.
have, the lizards eat them. So
Right.
I would say we're pretty lucky in that respect. We don't have a lot
Yeah,
of
no
really-
mosquitoes, basically.
No, nothing super invasive
small.
and nothing. Yeah.
Okay,
So I like that.
Speaking of Courtney locking her doors, this is a comment from one of our viewers. Courtney, will you please adopt me? I'm 53, love life, and in pretty good shape. So,
In pretty good shape.
Again-
Glad they added that because
that was our last one on the list. I think that was a good way to end it. Hopefully that guys was helpful. We'll probably do this from time to time, kind of give you some answers to some of the questions you guys had. Hopefully you guys find it helpful. And if this is your first time to our channel, please subscribe to our channel as we post new videos every week.
And click like.
And click like below. If you're ever planning on moving to San Diego, we'd love to help you find your next home. And if you're looking to find more information about San Diego, check out some of these videos we have right up here. This is really cool. That's a
Yeah.
good one. Oh yeah. All right, well, thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you next time.
Bye.
Bye.